loves, welcome back. Today I have an Ulta try on haul for you. We're gonna go through some new goodies that I picked up and we're gonna try them all on, and then I'll show you guys at the end a couple of the random things that I picked up. So grab a snack, get cozy, and let's do some makeup. Just primed the lids, of course, Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer, because I have a new palette, and this is the Urban Decay Original Naked palette. I don't remember when I decluttered my original palette, but I remember using this so much, especially in high school. This is what it looks like. You guys know this is just a classic. I wish I had the original to compare this one to, but I had to get this because this is literally like the OG. But this was the first palette that I ever splurged on. Didn't this used to come with an eye primer? Or am I making that up? I don't know. I know that it did come with a brush, which it does come with a brush now, but I remember a little mini primer potion coming with this. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of something different, but I actually do love the little brush that comes with the palette. It's dual-ended. So let's get started. So I'm going to start off with the color Naked in the palette first. Then let's go in with the shade Buck, which is more of a taupey brown. I also really love the packaging. I know it does get kind of dirty, but it just feels really nice. I really actually forgot how good this palette was. Colors are blending really nicely. They're actually really, I would say, vibrant. Like when you start blending them up, a lot more intense than what I remember. They look pretty light in the pan, but I feel like once you actually get them on a brush and with the eye primer, it definitely makes a difference. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Dark Horse, and I'm going to start applying that all over my lid. It's like a really deep mossy green. It almost looks like brown though as I apply it, but it has a very light greenish undertone. And the brush that comes with the palette is also just how I remember. I think it's a little bit different, but it's a really good quality brush, and it was back then as well. So I'm just using the other side of the brush to buff out the edges of this a little bit, make it really smoky. That's a cute shade. I remember I saved up for this palette when I was in high school. I was working at Burger King. I worked there for almost 3 years, and I would save up. I think I even probably worked a little extra to splurge on this. I remember I also splurged on, at the time, some like MAC items. Like I was just so excited to go makeup shopping. I just felt like it was like being a kid in a candy store. But honestly, I love the fact that Urban Decay brought this palette back. I wish that more brands would bring back or maybe reformulate OG products, especially things that were discontinued or something. I just really feel like those kind of products is what we need more of from brands. OG classic things that they're known for, because you know how nowadays there's so many brands that pretty much dupe each other and have like all similar products. Like I love how this is just a classic Urban Decay thing, you know. Like I wish more brands would kind of just stick to their roots. I think it's just really nice to have products that brands are known for, you know what I mean? Like when I think of Milani, I think of their lip products and like their baked blush and Luminoso. Basically what I'm saying is I just love the OG products that brands have, because I feel like a lot of times they're just some of the best things too from the brand. Let's smoke this out a little bit more. I'm going to take the shade Creep in the palette, which is a shimmery black, and I'm going to just kind of tap that on the outer lid a little bit, just to bring some smokiness and a little bit more darkness. Kind of just makes the other color pop a little bit more. It's also crazy to me that when I was in school, I used to wake up early every single day to do my makeup. Like I'm talking full glam. I didn't wear falsies in high school because I actually had pretty decent sized lashes back then, but literally full glam, brows, eyeshadow, foundation, all the things, and I would touch up in between classes and everything. Like I was committed, and this palette was in rotation. And then I remember when the Naked 2 palette came out, which I think they still have that palette. It was like the more rose gold, like pinky one. I'm trying to think if I want to add a little like gold, just a little bit, or maybe some of Sidecar, like with my finger. Yes, very lightly. I just barely tapped my finger into that shade just to give it a little bit more sparkle. Look at that difference. It's subtle, but it just makes it pop a little bit more, and it kind of brings those gold tones out from that dark horse shade, which I love. So yes, you guys know I love a little glitter moment. This is like an early fall makeup look, but honestly this could just be like a little evening date glam. Comment down below if you guys still have your original Naked palette. I'm curious. I'm so sad. I got rid of so much good makeup throughout the years. And honestly, a lot of it is because I don't like to keep things that I don't use. But in a way, I also knew I had to get rid of stuff because I just don't have enough room to keep everything. Realistically, if I would have kept all my makeup from when I started to now, it's just, it would have been way too much. I would have got way too overstimulated, but I do miss some of my makeup products, and the OG is one of them. Let's curl the lashes. I don't think I'm gonna do any eyeliner, even though I did pick up a new one actually from NYX. I love the Epic Ink liner. The black one is my favorite, and they have some new shades in this. They had a nude, 2 different browns, and then I think one other shade, but this one is the color Graham Cracker. I don't think it'll really match with what I have going on today because this is a little bit darker, so I think I'm just gonna skip on liner, but let me swatch this for you. If you need a good liquid liner, this one I always recommend because it is waterproof and it's so easy to work with if you like to do your wings like I do. Highway noises. They're just a part of the video at this point, but this is that color. Oh, that's pretty. That's like a nice warm tone brown, very soft, good for like every day. Will this match? I don't know. It might get kind of lost. Let me see how it looks. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, it's a little bit too light, I think, for this look, but I do love this liner. I'll definitely use this for very natural type of makeup, but that's a really pretty color. Next up, this is a repurchase, the CEO 15% Vitamin C Brightening Serum from Sunday Riley. This is one of my favorite high-end skincare products. It's pricey, but it definitely works. I've been using this for about 2 years and I love it. I'm gonna just use it today as a primer. I already have a little bit on, but I'm gonna do a little bit more. It kind of just goes on like a moisturizer, so it is very hydrating. And I just feel like it does a really nice job at keeping my skin looking bright and clear. I was using a different, more affordable vitamin C, which I do really like, but this one's a little bit more potent, so I see just more results quicker whenever I use this. So I like to keep it in rotation. Just also gives a little bit of glow, so you could totally use it as a primer like I'm gonna do today. So I have a new concealer. This is actually the Ulta Beauty Complexion Crush Full Coverage Concealer. I used to use this brand of concealer years ago, and I think this is a reformulated version. It's only 12 bucks, so I was like, let's try this out, and I could kind of use concealer and then just this little glow booster that I also picked up. It's the Essence Magic Filter Glow Booster. So it's supposed to be like the Charlotte Tilbury dupe. I feel like every single brand is coming out with a product like this nowadays. So love the packaging. It does come with a pump. Okay, I actually like that. It does feel a little bit thicker. Oh, I actually got a new brush too. This is the Real Techniques Glow Round Base Brush. I love Real Techniques brushes and I love a good foundation brush, so let's test this out. It's like a flat top brush. It kind of reminds me of the Sigma F80. This one already has a couple little hairs that are like coming up, but whatever, let's just go with it. Now, of course, I do have already some glow going on from that vitamin C serum, but I think this is, you know, pretty much supposed to be like the flawless filter. I feel like it does give some glow. It doesn't really have coverage, which I feel like a lot of these products typically don't, but the e.l.f. Halo Glow does give a little bit of coverage, so I feel like this one is a little bit more sheer, but it does give some pretty glow. I'm gonna try the concealer. Maybe I'll just use the concealer as foundation today because I got 2 different shades. I got a more tan color to match my color right now, and then I got a lighter shade, medium neutral, and then I got tan neutral. So let's do medium neutral for the under eyes and tan neutral for the face. It has a more pointed, flat doe foot, which I do really like. I'm trying to think, is there another new concealer that I've been using? I tested out a few, I guess it's a few months at this point, the Say Beauty concealer, and I didn't really love it. For some reason, it always breaks apart on my under eyes. But other than that, I've been pretty much using my go-to like favorite concealers. But I remember loving this one back in college. This is also kind of like a nostalgic brand for me, but Ulta Beauty brand has like a whole new look. I remember really liking a lot of their products, and they're really affordable. Like the concealer's only 12 bucks, which I feel like is pretty good for something full coverage. That actually does look really good. I think that actually looks really good. Let's try out the tan neutral on the rest of my face. Maybe a little. No, actually, I think it'll work. I'm just gonna use my foundation brush. That Essence Glow Booster I think is pretty. Definitely gives you a glow. Oh, the concealer I think is a little bit too tan for me. Yeah. Oh gosh, that looks orange. It looks like I put on a color corrector. Okay, tan neutral. You're out. That's not a good color. At this point, I'm just using this as if it was my foundation, honestly. The Glow Booster from Essence is a little bit on the thicker side, like as far as the consistency, but it shears out really nicely on the skin once you blend it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kind of just use my concealer as my foundation today because I think I can make the color work. So I'm gonna take the tan neutral shade just right on the back of my hand. I'm gonna make a little concoction, and then I'm gonna take medium neutral and just mix it in there just to kind of even out the rest of my skin as if it was foundation, because I want everything to be nice and even when I apply the rest of my products. Because sometimes just doing concealer on certain areas and then going in with your other products, it can look splotchy, and sometimes, you know, like that clean girl makeup that people do, it looks really good I think in the moment, like on me, and then my face just starts to look kind of dirty, you know. So I need to kind of balance everything out with like a light layer of something, even if it's just concealer or a skin tint, just to even your skin out, and that way when you go in with your other creams and powders, it still looks really seamless and not like you have on like patches of products all over your face. I have a new powder here, but this I did not purchase. This was sent to me, but it is new at Ulta from Polite Society. This is the only thing that was sent to me. Everything else I did purchase, but I just wanted to feature it because I'm already doing kind of a full face of makeup, so I'm like, let's try this out. Because I tried the foundation out from this brand and I think it's really good. So this is the More Than a Pretty Powder Pore Minimizing Powder, and this one is in Universal Translucent. It also comes in a peach and pink shade. This concealer is kind of breaking apart, separating quite a bit. I just blended that away. Now let's just set it down with powder. Okay, I already don't think I like this powder. It definitely set my makeup down, but I feel like it kind of just looks very chalky and dry. Like certain powders, when you set everything down, it looks so smooth and airbrushed, but some of them, like this one, it just looks like you're putting chalk on your face. And yeah, the concealer is definitely separating a lot. I can already tell I don't like the powder just based on how my makeup looks. It feels like I'm putting chalk on my face, honestly. Well, you can't win them all, right? Yeah, this looks really bad. I can already tell I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it feels. But hey, that's what it's all about. It's all about trying out the products. I mean, good thing I didn't buy that powder because it's not good. So I would say you don't need it. But then again, you might like this kind of powder formula. I just feel like there's so many better ones that look better on the skin. I'm just using Charlotte Tilbury press powder, by the way. Next up, I picked up the Fenty Cheeks Suede Powder Blushes. First shade I picked up is Petal Poppin'. The packaging is, I think, really pretty. It kind of goes on an angle, which I think is fun. And then we have Bacon Cakes, which looks like the most perfect, like toasted bronzy shade. Let's start off with this color. This is kind of like that bronzer shade that they call it. Isn't that what they call it? Bronzer? When it's like blush and bronzer in one. Oh yeah, I love this color. Oh, I thought there was a mirror for a second. I'm like looking, but... Oh, that looks so nice. It gives it like that sunburnt, toasted shade. This is one of those colors that kind of looks good with any type of eye look that you're doing. It's not too warm, it's not too bright, it's very neutral. And I like this a lot. The formula does actually feel very soft to the touch. There is some pigment to it, and it's not a fully matte finish. It's more of a light satin, but it looks really good. I like the way it builds up, applies really smoothly. I'm in love with this color. I think this is like a really good shade. Petal Poppin' is more of like a pink kind of watermelon shade. Let's add a little bit of that right here, just like to the apples. So out of both of these colors, if I had to choose one, I'm definitely gonna go with Bacon Cakes. It is just perfection, but Petal Poppin' is really pretty too. I like these a lot. That was a good splurge, I think. I'm happy with it, and I think there's a good amount of pigment even just on its own, so it doesn't really, I think, need to be layered. I also got 2 new lip liners and 2 new gloss bomb sticks from Fenty. I actually went to 2 different Ultas because originally I only got one of each, but then I went to a different Ulta and they had the other shades that I wanted, so I'm like, okay, it was meant to be. I was just talking about how I wanted a Fenty lip liner in a previous video a couple weeks back, and I'm so happy because I love their lip products. So this one is in Rubber Bands 05. I don't have anything on my lips, pretty much just like powder, but it's good because they're like nice and muted so you can see the color. Ooh, very creamy. I'm gonna do one on the bottom of my lip and then the other one up top because I want to kind of compare both of these. And then this one's extra thigh. So that's extra thigh. Actually, you know what I should do? I'm gonna do rubber bands on the other side so you can compare on the top lip. They look so similar, I can't really tell a huge difference. And then this one is rubber bands. So yeah, they're pretty much almost identical. The undertone of each of them is a little bit different. Of course, these are the 2 gloss bomb sticks that I picked up, the 2 lightest shades 01 and 02. So 01 is in Blazed Donut. It's like a light pink. Ooh, look at that color right there. I'm gonna show you the other one on the top of my lip. It's like a true milky pink, and this one's gonna be like a peach. And this one is in Lip Kiss. I'm gonna just combine the 2. They're very kind of like super melty, so don't put this all the way up and then apply it because it's just gonna be kind of messy. But this is what this one looks like. Again, it's in Lip Kiss, so it's a more peachy shade. They smell actually just like their gloss bombs, and then this one is 01, which again has a bit more of that pink undertone. I really like the way they feel. They are very pigmented. I will say you don't need to really apply many layers to achieve that gorgeous color. I think you get a good amount of pigment too with just one swipe. And I do think the lip liners complement the gloss bomb sticks really well. If you like the original gloss bombs, I think you're gonna like these. They smell just like it, but they have a very comfortable, smooth, yet very pigmented formula. Like it doesn't feel very gloppy as I'm talking to you. Like my lips don't feel like they're sticking together. And I think these are pretty true. I mean, at least these 2 colors to what you see like on the outside packaging is what you're gonna get on your lips. The other thing that I picked up is the new NYX Fat Oil Lip Drip. So I love the original NYX Fat Lip Oils. They have really pretty pigment and shine. They have a bit of like a shimmery finish, but they go on really smooth. But these look like they're completely matte. And this is the most gorgeous color. I got this one in Chillin' Like a Villain. It kind of looks like the shade that I have on the center of my lips. I like don't want to wipe off what I have, but I want to try on this color because it looks so pretty, so let's do it. But I love this Fenty lip combo that I did. Ooh, okay. So you get some pigment. It's a little bit more sheer. That is the color. I like it. It's a very natural shade. I think it looks nice with the other lip liners as well. It's a nice buildable creamy nude. It comes in a bunch of shades. I just got the lightest shade, but I do like that a lot actually. I told you it looks similar to this little combo that I did from Fenty, but you do have to build it up a little bit more. If you just do one swipe, you're going to get a very sheer amount of color, but if you add a little bit more, you're going to get more of that kind of milky creamy shade that you see in the packaging. Also, I wanted to mention I picked up the Brow Freeze gel from ABH. They definitely sent this to me a few months back, and I lose makeup products in my beauty room because everything just goes everywhere. So there's a few things missing in my collection, and this was one of them because I knew that when I was in stores, I'm like, I definitely got that sent to me. I haven't tried it, but I wanted to try it because I wanted to compare it to my Rare Beauty brow gel. I used it today. I don't really know how I feel about it. I think I have to keep testing it out because today I mixed in some of the Rare Beauty brow gel because I felt like I needed it, but the formula is just different than Rare because it's not as thick. I do like the applicator though because it's kind of spiky, but you also get a flat side so you can kind of press your brows down and really hold the product in place. But I think I have to just kind of experiment with it a little bit more because I'm so used to the Rare Beauty brow gel. But if you guys have tried either of these, let me know which you prefer. I think I still like the one from Rare more, not gonna lie. But I'll have to keep experimenting with that one. I'm gonna add some black eyeliner. I've been still really loving the Exaggerate waterproof eye pencil from Rimmel. I'm telling you, this compares to a high-end eye kohl that I have. I have one from Huda Beauty that this reminds me so much of that one, but it's so creamy. It doesn't smudge. I love how dark it is as well. Let's take some of Half Baked, and I'm gonna take Sin, and we're gonna mix both of those right in the inner corner. This palette just reminds me of prom. I'm pretty sure I probably used this and like the Naked 2 palette for prom. Or you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, earlier I said that the Naked 2 palette was the more pinky one. I think that was the Naked 3. Naked 2 was different. I'm gonna take the shade Smog and I'm gonna put that right on my lower lash line. I think what I like about this palette is just like the colors, but also it's just a really approachable, easy palette that I think no matter your age, no matter your experience with makeup, like you could use this and make it work and create different looks with it. So it really is such a timeless classic in the makeup world. More goodies I picked up. So obviously I'm not going to try anything else on because like I already have my eyeshadow done, but I got this new LA Girl Sunset Days eyeshadow palette. I always like to try out new LA Girl eyeshadows because their formula is just so freaking good, and it's underrated in my opinion. Nobody talks about them, but they are incredibly pigmented and the glitters that they usually have are insane. And I don't know why when I saw these glitters in here, I immediately thought of the Ethereal Eyes palette from Makeup by Mario, which is another missing in action product in my collection that I don't know where it is. I bought it in the fall. I used it a couple times and then poof, it disappeared. So we gotta do a deep dive and find that palette again. But when I saw these shimmers, I'm like, okay, I need those, especially look at that shimmer right there up top. Also got a backup of one of my favorite new lip liners, Anastasia in Deep Taupe. This is a really beautiful neutral shade. If you like Iconic Nude from Charlotte, you're gonna love Deep Taupe. It's a little bit darker, but it has that similar tone, so this is a classic for me. I've been using this a ton. Also, new body spray alert. Sol de Janeiro number 48 smells incredible. It smells like juicy, delicious sweet candy in the summertime. There's a little bit of like this kind of tropical coconut undertone, but it's very light. It's just like sweet, fruity, juicy, girly. I actually think this is my favorite scent out of all of them, including 62, which is like a classic for me, but this smells really good. I honestly wish that they had like the full collection. Like I would buy everything, body lotion, perfume, body wash, everything. It smells incredible. Also got some more press-on nails. I've tried another style before from Glamnetic and they were just a little bit too long for me, so these are the short almond nails. They are neutral, but I love nails like this because they just go with everything. And then I also got the brush-on nail glue to try as well. Currently I have on Kiss press-on nails, which I really like. I just love trying out all different ones. Honestly, for me, they're hit or miss. I also have this other kit that I got from Amazon that I still need to try out, but Kiss is always my go-to. Also got some hair ties. These always come in handy. These feel really good too. They're from the brand, I think it's Kish. but they have a good stretch to them. They feel nice and soft. Look at this little mini free gift. It's so cute. It's the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. This is another scent that I do like. This one is Charosa number 40. Oh my god, this is adorable. Like, so tiny. And this is the last thing that I got, and I'm gonna let you guess first. And I want you to put a little lotion bottle, even though this isn't lotion, but if you made it to this part of the video, comment a little lotion bottle. But can you take a guess on what the last thing is? I'll give you some time to think about it. Yes, I stocked up on my Tree Hut shave oil, the pink hibiscus. I could not find this at another drugstore, and every time I go to the store, it doesn't matter what store it is, whether it's Ulta, Walmart, Target, I'll just grab another Tree Hut shave oil because I already know I'm going to need it anyways, because I go through these like water because they're the best thing ever. But the pink hibiscus, I really like it. Actually, I think is very fitting with number 48. Like, it has that fruity, fun, like fresh kind of vibes. That is everything that I picked up from Ulta. I would say it was a pretty successful haul. I think my least favorite thing for today, even though I didn't buy it, which in a way is good because I didn't like it, but this Polite Society powder, I don't like the way this makes my face look. There's so many other powders that are high-end that are going to make you look way more flawless than this. It was just dry. It just felt like chalk. Ulta Beauty Concealer. I remember just this looking so much better a few years ago versus now, so I'll have to keep experimenting with it. I don't know. I'm kind of like on the fence with it, but everything else though I really did enjoy. Urban Decay Naked Palette is timeless. I love this. I like the look I created today as well. I also love the lip products from Fenty. Good amount of pigment, good formula. The blush is absolutely stunning. This is my favorite color. Honestly, I could just use this blush for all of my makeup looks and be good because it's just that universal blush that goes with everything, and the formula is fantastic. NYX Lip Drip. I really like this as well. This is a really nice color. I think also a nice like kind of universal shade that'll look good on everybody. But I actually also like the Magic Filter Glow Booster from Essence. I thought this gave a really pretty glow to the skin. It just sheared out and looked really pretty when I blended it. So I do like this. I like the brush that I use from Real Techniques too. It could be a little like, you might have to like maybe trim a few of the little hairs up top because they're kind of sticking out. But all in all, it's a good brush if you like just a good flat top brush. I wish it was a little bit more dense, but it works. So yeah, those are all the goodies I picked up. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you've tried any of these or if there's any new things that you guys are eyeing. Make sure you subscribe to my channel before you leave if you have not already for new videos every week. And I cannot wait to see you in my next one. See you soon. Bye.